Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today we're going to be talking about some apps that you can use as an artist. This is just a short list of 10 different apps that I like to use. They definitely aren't apps that everybody uses, so if there are any apps that I don't list in this video that you would like to include and have other artists check out, please link those in the comments below or just mention them, and that will help us all out. In the modern day art world, it's pretty hard to get away without using any apps, and so I wanted to go through some of the ones that I use and explain some of the reasoning behind them, and hopefully it'll maybe help you out. So the first one that I use is Canva. And Canva is a great graphic design app. You can use it to create some artwork, posters, announcements, and much more. My main use for Canva is for cover images on my YouTube videos. I also use it for Instagram Reels and other graphics for articles or videos that I post onto my website. So I don't necessarily use it to create designs that I would sell, but it's very simple to use. It has great templates, and you can easily upload your own content to it to customize your own stuff. So check out Canva if you haven't already. I'll link that below. The second one that I use is iMovie, or just a video editor app. You don't necessarily have to use iMovie. A lot of people like to do things just on their phones or on their tablets, and so you won't necessarily be using iMovie for that. But some type of video editing app as an artist, as you know, I post videos to YouTube, or I make reels on Instagram, or post videos on Facebook. And I use a video editing app for that. The one I use is iMovie because I use a Mac, so that's what I use. If there's any other video editing app that you use that you would like to share with people, please put those in the comments below. Number 3 is just social media apps. I couldn't list every one, so just different social media apps, whichever social media you like to use. I mainly use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, a little bit of TikTok. So if whatever ones you use, it's a good idea to have those apps, because then you can post things right from your phone, and it kind of makes things easier for that. For Facebook and Instagram, just a little tip, I use the Business Suite, it's called, and it allows me to draft up and post just one post directly both to Instagram and Facebook instead of having to do separate posts. So that's kind of a nice little thing. Yeah, so I use those ones a lot. I guess my question for you is, which social media platforms seem to be doing the best for you, and do you have any tips that you'd like to leave people in the comments below? Number 4 is Square. So Square is a payment platform that you can use anywhere that you have an internet connection. So if you're an artist that does markets or similar types of events, being able to accept payments, especially all these types of payments on location, is very important. So with Square, you can accept debit, credit, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and more. You just need to have a device to connect to it and some type of terminal. You can get one for free that swipes cards, or you can get a tap one for about $40 on Amazon or from Square directly. But there are some other ones I've heard. If you've used any alternatives to Square, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. The 5th one that I use is just an app called Measure. So I don't always have a measuring tape on hand, and if I'm packing something up to ship, then I can use the Measure app, and it helps me measure the boxes easily, so I can put those into the postal stuff online, and I can purchase and print off my postage labels right at home. It's a pretty handy app. I have it on my iPhone. I don't know if it's available on Android or not, but you could check out something similar to that, I'm sure. Number 6 is I use the Michaels app, but if you have a different art store that you use local to you and it has an app, I would highly suggest downloading that. I use the app on my phone to easily check stock that's available if I'm looking for something specific. I've made orders through it before, and then in store they can scan my membership card through it and any coupons or discounts directly on the app, and it saves me a lot of time there too. Number 7, a color wheel app. For a long time, I didn't really use a color wheel, but the more that I've been learning over the years, the more I've referenced color wheels. And so you can just have a color wheel printed off in your little workspace or studio if you'd like. But some color wheel apps, they allow you to like mix colors right on it, or add yellows or blues or greens or whites or blacks to colors right on the color wheel, so you can see how it would change the color without actually having to do the mixing yourself, which is kind of handy. So one that I downloaded recently is just called the Pocket Color Wheel. I just barely got it. It seems to be pretty cool though. But there's a lot out there. You can find which one suits your needs the best. Number 8, I use the Notes app. Again, I'm a Mac user, so I use Notes. For a long time I used Google Keep as well. Just something to have notes. A lot of times an idea will strike you in an inopportune time. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're somewhere, maybe you're far away and you need to write down your idea. Having a Notes app will make it easy for you to do that. I also use my Notes app to kind of keep a list of, projects on the go, things that I need to be doing, any orders that need to be fulfilled, a shopping list of any kind. I love using a Notes app. Number 9, I use an app called Sketchbook. So it's a sketching, painting, and illustration app for all devices. I mainly use this app on my laptop, but there are dozens of different tools you can use, and it also allows you to use layers. So I do a little bit of digital art on this app, but then I also use this app to kind of map out some of my mixed media pieces and try things out before I actually put them onto the wood. Because for me, when I put them onto the wood, it's, you get one shot, so I want to make sure I have everything laid out beforehand. But it also allows you to just try out ideas quickly to see if you need to change the composition at all or anything like that. And I like using the digital app because it makes it easy to backtrack, delete things, or try different things if you need to. And the last one I use is just photos. So any photo editing app, if you're posting anything to social media, or if you're making prints of your artwork, you're going to need a photo editing app. So I just use Photos because, again, I use a Mac, and so that's what was default on there, and it does all that I need it to do. I don't do anything special on it. I mainly use it for cropping and for adjusting the lighting slightly if I need to. So a lot of people will use a photo editing app on their phones. If you have one that you love and you'd love to share it with people, just let us know again in the comments below. So those are the 10 apps that I suggest that you check out if you are an artist. I like using them, and they help me out in my daily work in my studio here. So if you have any other apps that you'd like to suggest, please leave them in the comments below to help us all out. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell button so you don't miss so you don't miss any more of my videos. And we will see you next time here on Brian Sloan Artist.